Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Well, this game has started rather quickly and we're looking at the SU-8 that belongs to Yarbaz, and he's located on the south spawn of Prokhorovka and he's headed for the railway line. Okay, well, he's got the top gun, the 152mm howitzer, and 550 Alpha and 38mm pen with a 6.7 burst radius. Looking for enemy targets. He hasn't found any yet, but what he is doing actually is looking at the bushes where he expects the enemy scouts to be. I would have looked a little further back actually, because there are fences a little further way back where you can actually see in C1 if the enemy have got scouts on the spotting position. There's a set of bushes over there where you can see if the fence has been knocked down, and that gives you a clue if the enemy is there, because they have to go through the fence if they want to get to that position, and usually it's a bit of a giveaway that they're there. But we spotted a couple of enemy tanks coming up to the center line, including a Black Prince, and we're just reloaded. He's lining up the shot. Rounds out, looks good. Yes, he gets a hit with his first shot. The Black Prince suffers a loss of 88. Okay, it looks like the enemy Arty is focusing in the same area as well. Got the Type 58 next, but we're not fully dialed in. Rounds out. That's a direct hit. So he's got 2 direct hits so far. Enemy Artys or enemy tanks have turned up on top of the hill. It's only a medium though at the moment. We'll get to find out which one it is later. But the Black Prince hasn't moved. Rounds out. Gets another direct hit. This time 237. So he started off with a good start. He's up to 300 hit points before 2 minutes is up. And he's no stun assist yet, but it's too early to predict how much he'll get. Okay, VK3601H lined up. Rounds out now. Another direct hit, but this one was a kill shot, because the VK had already taken some damage and that shell finished him off. Now he hasn't moved very far since each shot, but it does look like the enemy Arty is trying to focus on our guys on the hill now. So we're going to go for the Black Prince again as soon as we've fully dialed in. Rounds out. Another direct hit. Oh, he's clocking up the damage fairly rapidly and getting stun assist as well. More stun assists. 509. Well. So he's having a very good day, Yarbaz. Okay. Fires another one in. Gets more damage. 226. The Black Prince is now a splash kill. In fact, he did go to the FV304 on our team. Now, as you may have heard actually in the previous replay, I did actually mention there were 2 versions of the SU-8 actually designed, but they never got put into production, and the reason for that was that they just did it on paper. They didn't actually build any. The T-28, which it was designed on, was actually quite an old tank with very thin armor, and it was actually fairly antiquated by the time that they were designing the Arty, and in the end they decided not to go ahead, so nothing was actually built. But there were 2 designs, one with a forward mounted howitzer and the other one with the howitzer at the rear. Now the howitzer at the rear version is very similar in many ways to the Hummel, because of course the howitzer is actually directly over the engine, whereas the one with the howitzer at the front, the engine had to be counterbalancing that at the rear of the vehicle to make sure that the weight was even. Okay, well, the enemy is getting some kills over the other side of the battlefield, and we've just seen the AMD 178B did go into those bushes where Yarbaz was firing before, but it looks like the AMD got spotted and was taken out by our IS-2. So we're 1 up on the enemy. Oh, we just saw some hay being knocked over, so somebody was moving up through the center. Okay, now fix your aim point. That's it. Let the enemy drift back into the spot. If you keep adjusting your aim, then what happens is that you'll constantly be trying to dial in on the target as it moves about and chasing the target to get the aim on it. But if you actually aim at a specific point where you think the enemy is going to go through that point, you can dial in on that spot, and as soon as the enemy goes through the spot, you then hit them with an accurate hit that goes right into them. It's just a little trick that a lot of experienced Arty players will still chase the target when they should in fact actually be dialing in on a specific point. And if you notice some of the 3 marked Arty players, you'll see that's what they do. They aim at a specific spot where they think the enemy's going to be, and then they dial in on that spot and let the enemy drift right through the spot, fire the shell in so it'll intercept the target. Now he's doing it. He's doing it right now. Rounds out. Look at that. He drifts straight through, took a direct hit, and lots of stun assist. Perfect. Exactly how it's done. That's how you get them. You see, tank players don't understand this because, of course, they would never lead a target by 2 or 3 seconds. An Arty player will. Arty players know how to be patient. Now, he tried firing at that OI, but the problem was that he was looking for where the red line started on the OI vehicle, the tank, to see exactly was that the spot that he was directly aimed on. Was the object in the way of the shell path? Unfortunately, because he was actually in a dip there, it made it very difficult to actually get the shell and the target to intercept. So it is sometimes better to change your position, pull back or extend your range, and you see there the FV304 just intercepted the OI, and so did Yarbas. He got a direct hit as well. They're both aiming for basically the same spot, and both shells are connecting with the OI. That's 3 shells in a row the Arties have fired in and hit the target. Okay, now he's doing it from above here, so let's see if that one works. Yes! Both of them worked, and the OI suddenly appeared as a wreck, and yes, it was Yarbas who got the kill. He must have set fire to the guy or ammo-racked him, because he did blow up after he'd been hit. So, or at least he appeared after he'd been hit. So that was, I think, 4 or 5 blind shots in a row on the same target, and eventually Yarbas picks up the honours. Okay, he's now looking for that comet. The comet's gone unspotted for a while. You can see both enemy Arty are aiming in the same direction, trying to shoot up the hill. And the T-34-85 has made a quick dash across the railway line. Now he's moving rather quickly, so Yarbas is aiming ahead of his path, trying to pick a spot he's going to go through to then get a hit. Rounds out. Looks good. Very close. Oh, we just saw the tracer from the enemy Arty right at the back of the map in the corner. He's in grid square A2. Just gave away his position. Our FV304, by the way, just got hit by the enemy Arty. Now, the enemy Arty in this game is a Hummel and an M44, so I have the feeling it may be the M44 who actually fired, because the Hummel player is, how should we say it, a little inexperienced. Okay, the Wizzy 131 just got a kill on the M2Y, but Yarbas is on the job. Rounds out. A little slow, but it was along the right lines. He was aiming in the right direction. Just that he should have been aiming just a bit further and he would have got direct hit. But it was along the right line. Okay. T-34-85. He's tried this guy before. That's it. Rounds out. Very close. Splashed him. 55. All adds up. We're 2 tanks up on the enemy at the moment, but we've got far more hit points than the enemy. And yes, so it's starting to tell. Okay. Well, we want the VK3002D to either spot the Wizzy or the T-34. He's found the T-34 for us. Okay, let's see if we can aim ahead of his path. That's it. He's turning around on that spot. And he did turn, but we didn't see how close it was. Well, you can see the T-34 actually turned away from the railway line, but he did go down in the end to the VK. And the T-25-2's just turned up at the railway line as well. He's trying to stop our guys coming down from the hill. Rounds out. Just slightly to the left of him. I think he anticipated the guy was going to pull forward, and he didn't. He decided not to. So he saved himself from getting hit by a direct hit. Now, Line it up, work out where he's going. That looks good. Changing his mind there, but I think he got that close, but not close enough. Now, the problem the T-25-2's got now is he's got so many wrecks around him, and that kind of restricts his movement. So if he keeps pulling back next to that Black Prince, he's actually going to restrict himself and get hit. And he did do that. 166 from that last shot. He was able to limit his movement such that he knew that the guy was going to back up just a little bit, and he worked out his path. Now let's do it again. Perfect. Went long. RNG said no on that occasion. It looks like the shell might have gone straight past the turret of the T-25-2. The enemy's only down to this T-25-2 and the Arty now. The T-25-2 just killed our EZ-8, but he's the last tank on the enemy team. Oh, that one went behind him as well. Our T-25-2 just took a big hit, but now Yarbaz can get the kill. He's got him to the rear of him. Line up. Waiting only a few seconds. Work out where he's going. That's it. Went long. And we've lost our T-25-2, but I think they're about to lose their Arty. And I think Yarbaz is about to get the kill on this guy. He's just waiting for the reload. And he's gone. The T-25-2 got taken out in the end by the IKB-65-2. There's only one enemy left, the Hummel. We fire. And that's the end of the game. Well, there seems to be a lot of aces being played tonight. That was a first ace tanker for Yarbaz of OLIMP in the SU-8. Congratulations on getting your first ace. You can tell it's his first ace because he got scrolls underneath. You only get that the first time, so well done. He also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He got 6, and his win rate was Super Unicum Standard 3,570. Very well done indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game because that went to the enemy T-25-2. He got the high caliber for 2,799 hit points. Second place was the T-78 on our own team, got a tank sniper in 2,371. And the third highest damage went to Yarbaz of OLIMP in 1,968 hit points of damage. Yes, he had a few chances to get the T-25-2, but I think it was more down to RNG and pure luck that the shells actually went sailing past him and went long or short instead of actually hitting the target. When it came to kills, we can see the high scorers were the IS-2 on our own team, who managed to get a Pescucci's medal, so he must have managed to get 2 enemy Artys. And on the enemy team, it was their T-25-2 who also got 3 kills. 2 kills went to the T-78, to Yarbaz, to the VK-3002D, the EZ-8 on our own team, and only one player managed to get 2 kills on the enemy team, and that was their M44. Yes, he was the practiced one, because you can see that the Hummel on the enemy team didn't get any kills and didn't get much in the way of damage either. So this M44 player was much, much better, and that was the one I was worried about because he was the one who was firing the rounds in and getting hits. Anyway, when it came to base XP, we can see it's Yarbaz who got the high one with this one. He got over 1,000 base. He's the only one to get over 1,000 base. 1,040 went to Yarbaz, 976 went to the IS-2, and 935 went to the VK-3002D. We can see that Yarbaz fired 25 rounds in that game. He got 8 direct hits on the enemy. None of the shots penetrated, but he did get 14 splash and 1,968 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2, and did 1,310 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. So that's where he actually earned it. Those combined getting up to over 3,000 combined damage. But I think the stun assist really helped him to get over the edge and get the ace tanker. Now, he got a mission completion bonus for 80,000 there, and altogether he got 109,843 credits profit from that game. So a decent profit, and he also got 3,120 experience points. But best of all, he did get his ace tanker out of that game, and now he's just got to work his way up the ladder and get the 3 marks of excellence on the barrel. Now, that's going to take some time to do, but now you've broken that hurdle of getting an ace tanker, it should be much easier. I have heard of people not getting ace tankers until they did actually get very close to their third mark. So it's not unusual, but it's a good sign, because once you get to the ace tanker level, it means you are getting close to getting a repeatable performance, which will get you those 3 marks of excellence. So congratulations to Yarbaz, another ace tanker in the SU-8 tonight. I'm sure everyone appreciates that. And if you do enjoy it, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.